It's warm in here.
Can you hear my phone?
Yeah, but I can also hear you. So your phone is fine because I always hear it ringing anyway, like when you guys are here, so it's fine. Hey everybody, welcome to the chat. Happy Saturday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Say hello as you come on in. Say hello. Thumbs up the live. All that good stuff. How is everybody doing? How are you? Welcome to the Jamaitians live, you guys. It's been a long time since I introduced myself. If you don't know, my name is Goretti. I am Haitian. I'm married to a Jamaican man named Michael, hence the Jamaitians. But yeah, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the live. How is everybody doing? How was the week? How was the week, you guys? You guys, it is warm in here. Oh my gosh. So if you open the window, oh, but it's raining. It's fine. Um, yes, you guys. So how was your week? How was everything going? How are your dreams, your goals? How is everything? You guys, I'm working on a new project. I'm excited about it, actually. It's a small project. The last project you guys saw me working on, I finished it, but I have to do some last minute. As you learn new things and your hobbies, whatever the case may be, every step you learn different things, and even after you're done, there's still more to do. So my last project is done. I have to block it, which I learned in the crocheting knitting world is basically when you have to like kind of wash it, but not really wash it. You're washing it, but it's just to do something with the fabrics and all that stuff. So I have to do that, and then I'm actually gonna post a short so you guys can see the finishing project. Since you guys on the live have been the ones to see me actually work on it, so props to you for coming onto live and seeing your girl in action. Um, but yeah, you guys, so I'm working on something new now, and I'm very excited about it because it's something that I had one of these for. I had one of these for a very long time. It wasn't crochet the one I had back in the states, and then relocating it got left behind or whatever. So I think this is like my first. Well, I have another one that I don't like too much, but I'm gonna love this one. So as it gets completed and all that stuff, you guys definitely see what I'm working on. But yeah, so that being said, I think this last. How are you guys and your one too many and your goals and your dreams, and how was your week? How are you doing? Um, what have you stopped procrastinating on? You guys, I one of the things I feel like I've really gotten really deep on my hobbies and doing things that I like to do. So I'm very like I can check that off my list as I continue to do that. And you guys are gonna see in the next couple of weeks or so more content from me on different things. That being said, our past few videos has been really like hitting home when it comes to like friendships, relationships, connections. And that has a lot to do with what I want to share with you guys in the next, couple of weeks or so. Okay. Am I crooked, you guys? I feel like I'm crooked, but whatever. So yeah, you guys. So that's what I'll be working on. And I feel good, you guys. I feel good that I have been keeping the word to myself, to go after the things I want to go after. We are still early on in the year, and I feel like I'm accomplishing a lot of things that I want to get accomplished this year. I feel like I will end this year strong. So I'm hoping the same thing for you guys as well. That being said, so let's talk about what we've been discussing lately on these videos. We've been discussing a lot on relationships and, you know, um, thanks for thumbs up, you guys. Welcome as you come on in, thumbs up the live, say hello. But yeah, let's discuss what we've been talking about. We're talking about friendships and relationships. Like coming out to a new place, you guys, guys, y'all, because you already know, like I tell you guys all the time, I'm pretty much like an introvert. I don't mind being at home by myself with my family. I don't necessarily have to go out all the time. Hi, Julia. How are you, hon? How are you? Welcome to Live. How you been this week? So yeah, I don't mind you guys. I don't mind being at home by myself with my family for long periods of time. I don't necessarily have to go out unless, when I start to get that cabin fever, then I'm like, okay, well, take me down the street. I know, take me, take me, my husband take me on a date, we do that. We do that regularly, you know what I mean? So I don't ever really feel the cabin fever too often, but when I do, I just go out. But that being said, you guys, as you are, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm doing really well. Everybody's thriving. My my fourth, my fourth, his birthday was on the 27th, which was what, a couple of days ago. Yeah, a couple of days ago. So today we, did his little, cake and all that stuff for him and yada yada. Girl, he had his, good old time. But yeah, so that's what happened this weekend so far. And I guess it's some kind of holiday in here in Tanzania. This upcoming week, so the kids are out of school Monday and Tuesday. So the holidays always surprise me over here. I'm always like, oh, okay. If the kids don't tell me, I won't know. Or if I don't see, if like you go out on the road and you see a lot of like a lot of traffic and things, it's usually some type of government official in town, and it's crazy traffic. Those times you want to be at home. You want to be cabin fevered in, okay? But yeah, you guys, as I was talking about this week, as far as friendships and relationships and connections, it is so important. If you are feeling like you want to relocate your home, whether you're going, I don't care if you're going 2 blocks down, new neighbors, new stores you have to find for yourself, whatever the case may be. A lot of times we want to be kept comfortable. Okay. We want to be kept comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with being comfortable. I like being comfortable, okay? But when it comes to being in a new place and new positions, and you have to go after making new connections, you guys, because that's what's going to help you to flourish and flourish anywhere you go. If you're moving out here to Tanzania, if you're moving out anywhere in the world, you can't depend on the people you left behind. You can't. As much as you want to, like, you know, that whole, WhatsApp and Zoom and all that stuff, that's great if you are able to keep up with that, which I, for one, am not. I'm not that, you guys, it just makes me feel more like I miss the person I'm trying to talk to. You know what I mean? If I'm on WhatsApp with them all the time. Like, of course, I do have my key people that I'm constantly in contact with, okay? In the states, but I had to get out of my own way and make friendships out here because this is where I am now, and y'all being, I don't know where you guys are from, but I'm from, I was raised in Boston, Massachusetts, and I lived my adult life in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. No new friends. No new friends, right? But, we can't have that mindset when we're relocating, because when you relocate, you know you're an adult. You have to have a business, you have to have a home, you have to know how to get around, you have to know which restaurants to stay out of. Oh, because let me tell you, there have been some instances, okay? And there was one time, hubby and I, when we first got here, actually, it was so weird. We stopped over in not Dubai. We did stop over Dubai, but we was in Tanzania, but in, oh my gosh, where is it? Where's that place? Oh my goodness, my mind is gone. But we were in another part of Tanzania, where it's mostly the ocean and everything else like that, and seafood and everything. Everybody, like, we was eating, street food, getting the all the octopus and everything. Like, I'm down for trying things, and I like seafood. But you guys, except for, like, like all the, like, we have like the sea boils you see on YouTube and all that stuff. Like, that's not for me. Like, that's too much struggle for a little bit of meat. But yeah. So everybody got pretty much kind of sick. I didn't get sick. I did not get sick, and I feel like, once you have a core group of people, one or two, you know what I mean? You don't have to have like a whole mass, like entourage with you all the time or whatever. But once you have a core of people, like, they will help you maneuver. Yeah, don't eat there. Like, don't try this. Don't do that. You know what I mean? And even with business, you guys, like, you have to get out of your comfort zone to be able to get around and do business. Telling you guys before on my last video. If you haven't checked the videos, guys, the last couple of videos is all about, that kind of stuff, like friendships and connections and all that. So be sure to check them out. But yeah, you guys, like, we wouldn't be as far as we are now if we didn't make those kind of connections. Like, figuring out where to go get your, like, your license transferred to, like, Tanzania, and you know what I mean, like, things like that. There's a lot to go into relocating, you guys, especially if you're relocating from, a far away place. So definitely keep in mind when you're, as much as an introvert as we would like to stay sometimes, and we want to be by ourselves, and we want to think about other people, and we just want to mind our business and drink our water. Sometimes you have to share that water. It's important to get out of your comfort zone. um as Even though I don't know that much Kiswahili just yet, the little bit I know is because I was open to speaking to other people, the lady in the market, you know what I mean? And sometimes, of course, it's a little embarrassing sometimes, and it's a little uncomfortable, but it got me to where I am now. I can say a little something something. So yeah, you guys, like, and even on YouTube, if you're here on YouTube and you're trying to do a YouTube channel and things like that, and you know, you make connections. You make connections with people that are in the same niche as you. You know what I mean? And you basically have to go about life, you guys, knowing that even though you like to be alone, we're not alone. We're not alone, and you have to be able to adapt in that way, because there's no way you're gonna make it out anywhere if I feel confused a little bit. If you are Here we go. If you're not making connections with anyone, like, how are you gonna get around? Like, how are you gonna know where to go? How are you gonna know what to do, and what not to do? Because I didn't, like, it's so funny because, like, Arusha and Dar is like such a different, type of climate. Like, you can't go around, you know, like, in here in Arusha, you can't go around in poom poom shorts and your little cheeks are hanging out and think, oh no, that is a no no. Okay, but in Dar, I think you might be able to get away with it. I think you might be able to get away with it in Dar. So definitely, making those connections and knowing, finding those people you can trust, which is key as well, you guys. You don't want to be, trusting people that you have, no kind of connections with. But find those people, like, even like when you start to learn language or something, like, find people where you able to just sit down and chat with. And there's ways to go about making connections without it being awkward, without it being, like, why am I talking to this person? And it feeling like it's forced, you know so that's what we was talking about this week, you guys. That's what's been going on. And I have to say that when I thought about that, I don't know where it came about. I mean, I know where it's leading to, because I know what I want to incorporate into this channel, which will be happening really soon. So, you guys, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell. You do not want to miss what's going to be coming on aboard this channel. Okay. And yeah, so friendships and relationships important. It's key. It's key to business. It makes the world go round, you guys. Like, It seriously does. Like, the president, I'm not talking about politics over here, but let's get that straight out the way. Like, politics, even, like all that stuff, all that, everything has to do with connections. And do not feel like you can't befriend anyone. Of course, you have to do your, like it, people out here, it's really about the hustle. It is about the hustle, you guys. Let's get that straight. But eventually, you've been around long enough, you will find the right connections and the right people that you can lean on and feel like, yeah, they really have your best interest at heart. Okay, so yeah, you guys. So, what are you guys thinking? Like, what are you thinking about friendships and relationships and all that good stuff? Because y'all, I know if you guys think about it, you've gone through so many different types of friendships and relationships already in this lifetime. And I understand how sometimes it can kind of leave like a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? And you'd rather just stay the happy little introvert that you are, and not be bothered with the likes of the world. But it's important, you guys. It's definitely important to put yourself out there. Um, Even if it's just to say hi to the checkout girl at like the market or wherever you're going or wherever you live and stuff. You know what I mean? Like certain things are so important that, it's you guys, I think I'm messing up. I'm messing up. But let me back up. But yeah, you guys, you definitely have to keep your heart open. Keep your heart open, keep your mind open. Like, even if you trying to find love, like, like how you trying to find love and you just closed off to the world, you know there's all positive reasons. There's a lot of positive reasons why you should definitely, be able to keep your heart open, keep your mind open, and do your due diligence, of course, and just be able to make those connections. I don't want to keep saying relationships and friendships, but connections are very important, and that can lead you to anything. It can lead you to friendships as well as romantic rendezvous and all that stuff. If that's what you desire. But yeah, you guys. So, how was everybody's week going? Like, talk to me. Let me know how has it been. I'm hoping that it's been really good for you guys. It was just raining really hard just now. Um, as you guys know, my kid's birthday was here, so that was pretty much like that was the week. That was the week. There was a lot of other things going on too. A lot of activity, on the farm and things like that. I told you guys about how we had the whole situation with the corn being chucked without our permission. You know, y'all, it's all types of pests. It's pests and it's people. So what are you gonna do? So yeah, you guys. So speaking of future plans for this channel, what are your plans? What have you guys have in your back pockets that you want to put out there? You know, I'm gonna take this one out too. No, I don't. You guys, like another thing you have to think about when you're coming out to Tanzania, if that's your, you know, if that's what you plan to do, you have to be aware, you guys. You have to be aware. There we go. You have to be aware of the pros and cons. Because last night we had hello, Adex. Do you know about India? I don't know about India. I've never been to India, but I'm sure it's lovely. Tell me about India. last night, you guys, we had no power, and it's been coming on. It's been happening. I mean, it happens. It definitely happens. Sometimes there's no water. Sometimes there's no power. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. But yesterday, it happened the day before yesterday. Um, for a good amount of time during the day, and then like maybe like at midnight, it happened, and then it didn't come back on again until like way later in the morning. And it didn't happen last night, but it wasn't even Tenesco. And Tenesco out here is like FPL in Florida, the light and power people, you guys, the light and power people. And it wasn't even them, it was us. Like we had something happen to our breaker, so we had to send the worker to go like, play with it, whatever. So I don't like that, especially at night. I don't mind during the day because it's not like we watch TV like that anyway, and everybody has a phone, and our internet still works. Because how hubby like maneuvered it still works even without the power. But there's no fan. You know what I mean? And I like the room to be chill at night. And it was just one of those things. It was a hot mess. It's a very good place you can visit. Nice, lovely. Run it up by Have you listened, Run It Up by Han- Humankind? Are you asking me if I've listened to a song that's called Run It Up by Humankind? Oh, have you listened, Run It Up by Humankind? No, I have not, but I'll try it. Thumbs up the live, you guys, as you come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell me, thanks for subscribing, Joko-san. That's a nice name. Welcome to the live, you guys. How was your week? What is going on? What are your goals for the rest? You guys, like we're not even 6 months in yet. We're not 6 months in yet. So whatever goals you have, whatever dreams or whatever little things you want to get done, whether it's read a book for the month, whatever it is, like you still have time. So what have you guys been trying to do, and what have you guys gotten done? What have you guys been off and procrastinating? You guys know I'm not about procrastinating this year. It's all about getting it done, going after hours, okay, to make my hod more happy. Can you explain to me what a hod is? I want to be a PUBG player. I mean, God. Oh, okay. You mean making God more happy. Okay. Yes. Being a good person and, doing what He places on your heart, go after it. I don't know what a PUBG player is. Is that like video games and stuff? If it is, have you taken the steps to go about those goals? And that's a broad thing. That's a broad goal. Um, it's gaming. Cool. Yeah. Have you started? That's a broad Joko-san. That's a very vague. Of course, you want to make your God happy, but in which way are you looking to make Him happy? What are practical ways that you're going about that? You started. That's awesome. That is amazing. Yes, you guys, do not sleep on your goals and your talents and your dreams, because tomorrow is not promised. Like I always say, and we have to go about it. We have to go after the things that we want to go after. Like I think, right, I'm on a great momentum right now to pray more and read the holy book. All right. Have you been doing so? Have you? I mean, we're in March. Do you feel like you're in a good spot, and that you're doing that more often, more and more? Because really and truly, you guys, anything you want to do, anything you want to accomplish, is all about that first step. One first step, and then continue on forward. Whether it's to read your Bible, whether it's to pray more. You can either set a timer to pray if you need to. You can say every time I eat, I'm gonna pray. You can say every hour, whatever the case may be. What are you making? I'm not telling. I am working on something that I will definitely share with you guys as I complete it. I worked on something else. I was telling the guys earlier. My last project was a different one. I just finished it, but as you learn new things, as I said, as you learn new things, because I learned crochet like I think like last year, or let me look. No, I was pregnant when I learned it, but I've gotten more and more into it like last year, this year. And you learn more and more, and after you've done a project, there's more steps to take, before you can actually use it. So my last project got finished. You guys saw me work on it on the last few lives. And if you put on the notification bell, you guys, since you subscribed, hit the notification bell so you can get all the uploads, whatever they are, posts, YouTube shorts, whatever. I will be posting my YouTube short, showing you guys the last one I made, and then the same thing with this one. But it's a great hobby. I love doing things on my hands, and I am in love doing this right here. And I actually just got an order of more yarn. A friend of mine from a different part of Arusha got me some yarn, because over here you're finding yarn is kind of difficult. I did find a store, but the store, first I lost the store. I didn't know where the store was. Then I found it again. But they don't always have a good variety as far as like the thickness and things like that. So, and I was a little bit annoyed because when he video called me so I can pick out the colors that I wanted, and she didn't have a whole lot anymore like last time as far as like the thickness and what I wanted. But it's okay, it's all right. Have a good night. Yeah, I guess it's night in India, I think. Thanks for coming on and subscribing. Thank you. But yeah, you guys. So it's only the March is ending. March is ending. We're about to be in what? April? March, April. Yeah. So jump on those goals, do your gaming, everything, whatever the case may be, whatever your goals are, you can definitely achieve them. It's not too late. The year is still early on in the year. Like, what are your goals for your gaming? What are your goals for, your home life? What are your goals for your finances? What are your goals for your spirituality? Whatever the case may be, you can achieve them, and you can. And even if you have like really huge goals, you guys, and you think that you'll need more than a year to achieve them, the momentum is so important. Going through it, doing the do, like doing everything you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, when you're supposed to do it. No procrastination, you guys. And you'll see that it's gonna propel you to the next level. So if you have to go to next year's gonna go by like a breeze. You know what I mean? Because you have done what you need to do this year. Yes, exactly. It's never too late to chase your dreams. Never too late. As long as you have breath in your lungs, it's never too late. If there's a will, there's definitely a way, you guys. Like, go after them. The bigger the better. The bigger the better, you guys. Go after your dreams, go after your goals. Be mindful of the people that you hang around, if they're naysayers, if they are, constantly putting you down. Like, I know we talked about friendships and connections and relationships, but be aware of those people that are not really there for you. If they are there and they are constantly putting you down, constantly saying that, your dreams are either too big or too wild, or that's not for you. Nobody can say that to you. Like, nobody has the right. They can deal with their own stuff. If that's what they feel about them, then that's fine. What do I plan to do after this? Meaning what? After this live or after? What do you mean? I do. I mean, if you're talking about this live or this channel, I do have plans for this channel that will. I think I should. Yeah. Um, I do have plans for this channel after. Oh, after the live. It's nighttime, so after the live, I'm going back to the bed. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed and watch TV and crochet and just hang out and be with my husband. What time is it where you're at right now? Yeah, after the live, it's like nighttime. I come on live. I come on live every Saturday, my time, 9 o'clock p.m. 9 o'clock p.m. And I usually stay on for about an hour, hour and a half. It just depends on how everything is going. 1:32 at night, meaning after midnight or in the afternoon. Where you at? This is India. After midnight. Okay. What you doing up? What you doing up? But I get it though because I am in Indonesia. Okay. Oh, I would love to visit there. Yeah, I would love to visit there. And matter of fact, I will visit there. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm a night owl too. So I get it. I'm a night owl. I prefer to be up. So yeah, I get that. I prefer to be up at night as well. And I just got my husband just I just got I had one of those little lights because I can't have the light on in the room because everybody's trying to sleep and I want to stay up and do this. So I have like a little light next to my bed. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I you guys, you wanna make sure you're not surrounding yourself with people that are constantly putting you down or constantly belittling the things that you want to go after. You know what I mean? Just the other day, actually, I was speaking to a relative, and there was like, and it's so funny because you don't realize who's watching you sometimes. But just the other day I was talking to a relative and they was like, oh, I see you're on that YouTube again, you're doing that thing again, like why are you doing that, like you know what I mean, and why are you doing that if you're not, if you are you gonna get paid for that, you're not getting paid, or I'm like, you know what I mean, and it's just like some people you gotta take with a grain of salt, and you just gotta keep it pushing and keep on moving. Go about your dreams, go about your goals. Respectfully love them from afar and mind your business and do what you gotta do. Like some people, and that person did not mean anything by it. You know what I mean? But excuse me, guys. They didn't mean anything by it in that way, but there are people out there who do mean it in that way. So you definitely want to be surround yourself with people. They don't have to be yes ma'ams and yes sir type of people that always agree with you, and even when you're wrong. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you do not need to be around people that are really not there to support you in any type of way. Really, like they're just there just to suck the energy out of you. Like you don't need that. You don't need that. Like your goals, your dreams, your talents, it can be as big as you want them to be, okay? And if you are that great, which you are, then you will not let people get in your way like that. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you. Just a little tickle. Um, and my son, his birthday, of course, and then I think 2 days ago, I think the day of his birthday, which was 2 days ago on the 27th, I think he started like getting little sniffles and stuff like that. So it's use your talents and go after them. Go after them, you know? And even like, I know sometimes like right now I feel like in this day and age, a lot of people are putting down they're putting down higher education because they feel like it's a waste of money and da 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 da. But really, you guys, if that's your heart, if that's your dream, if that's something you need to do, because there's a lot of things that you have to go to school for. Like you can't just go on YouTube to learn how to be a doctor. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things, there's certain things. And even if you want to be a chef, no matter how much, YouTube you watch, they still want you to have certain type of, documentation or whatever. So there's certain things, you guys, that even if the whole world is like, ugh, why bother? You know what I mean? Like, no, like forget all that. If that's what you want to do, go after it, please. Okay? Because we can't all be creative minds. Some of us have to be the doctors and the lawyers and all that stuff. And really and truly, that's just creativity in another way. That's just creativity another way. So don't diminish whatever you got going on, whatever you want to do because of naysayers, the world, family, whatever. Go after it. This is 2025 and we are about it. We're going after ours. Okay? I like to watch kind people like you because they motivate me. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I'm so happy. That's the goal. That's definitely the goal. I don't. That's the goal, to motivate, to encourage, to uplift, and not only should you surround yourself with people like me on YouTube, but you need those kind of people as well in your life. And if you don't have those kind of people in your life, then you have too many naysayers in your life. You definitely need to surround yourself, and it's fine if this is the only place you'll get it. I don't mind. I don't mind being that for anyone. You know, but you also, that being said, you have to also be able to motivate yourself as well, um, and encourage yourself because what's going to happen? Sorry, what's going to happen if sorry guys, it's coming out my ear. What's going to happen if one day, there's no YouTube or whatever? You know what I mean? Like you have to be, and I had to learn that too, you guys. I had to learn to, motivate myself, go after the things I really want to go after and not procrastinate in them because, like it's not affecting anybody but myself. And initially, after a while, of course, it will affect other people because not only do I have children who are looking up after me, they're looking up to me to follow my example, but whoever I could possibly influence, will not get that because I'm not doing my part. Did you know that when you motivate people, you'll get lots of good deeds? What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean I enjoy I for one I think I'm a natural encourager. Like I naturally like to encourage people and uplift people. Um that's just, how I've always been. But I feel like, sometimes it's easier to do it for other people than for yourself. Like it's always easier for me to encourage someone, to go after theirs, do theirs. And I think now in this timing, in this 2025, in this new era, is when I'm doing it for myself and I'm actually listening to myself as well. And I'm surrounding myself with people, like-minded people. Like I told you guys before, like I follow people on YouTube who basically are the same wavelength as me. So and they encourage me in their own way as well, the way I'm encouraging you all. Um because it's important. It's important to have people that you know can uplift you. No one is an island, you guys. No one is an island. We all have to, do it together. But yeah, you guys, I I definitely feel like this year is definitely going really well. Did I just do that? Yeah. I feel like this year is going really well, and I feel like I'm eager. I need my time, but I am eager to see what it's gonna be looking like come June. It's like halfway through the year already. To see like the things that I actually can check off my list that I've accomplished and done. Because I'm not gonna I have talked about a lot. That has been like my whole thing this whole 2025, and it's gonna continue to be so until it's over. Not procrastinating. And there are a couple of things that I have put off. Not for procrastination's sakes, but just because the timing and how it's aligning, um, you know, it got put off a little bit. But it's coming, you know what I mean? It's coming. I'm getting things done, and that's the as long as it's getting done. It's definitely getting done, and it's getting done at good timing. It's not like I'm pushing it back months and months and months. It's just a matter of hi Steve Daddy, how are you? Steve Daddy, welcome to the live. Thumbs up the live. Let me know how you feeling. How are you doing today? How was your week? Are you going after any special goals that you want to talk about? But yeah, you guys, like, going after, the goals and the dreams and and using the talents, use those talents, okay? Because look, even even those Olympic track runners, all them things, there is a time limit, okay? Because knees do not like to run all like that. Okay, like we train ourselves in things in the areas that we are creative in and we like and things like that. But there's a time limit. That's just life. There's a time limit. So use your talents while you still can. Do learn new things while your brains are still not mush and they're still braining out. You know what I mean? Yeah, learn new talent. Like it's fun, you guys. It's actually amazing. Um, Go after the things that you desire to go after, and don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it, and don't sleep on yourself. Do not sleep on yourself, because no one's gonna be there to like shake you, like, because really and truly nobody knows your insides like that. Nobody knows your thought processes like that. I don't care if even if it's your bestest friend, like, you can talk to them all day every day, but they don't know like your deepest darkest, or your not even darkest, your deepest. You know what I mean? They don't know like what you really want to go after, and why, and all your hidden talents. Like, you're not going to figure out all the things that you have inside if you're not trying new things. If you're not trying new things, you're not going to figure out, oh, you're good at this. Oh, all I need to do is tweak this a little bit and I can do this like that. You're not going to know. You're not going to know all the good things you have inside of you if you're not trying new things. So don't give up on learning, guys. I don't say you have to go to school. I'm not saying you have to, do all that stuff, but don't sleep on learning. Learn something new, pick up a book, pick up a podcast, pick up a audiobook, pick up whatever it is, comics, anything to get your brain going. Get creative, you know, do things that'll increase your brain cells. Get creative and learn new things, you guys, and continue to continue to go after your goals this year. It's not time yet to chill. It's not time yet. It's not time to chill. It's not time to, you know, take vacations on yourself, and it's not time to retire to the couch either. Especially, okay? It's not time to retire to the couch. Okay? Burn that couch. It's not time to retire to the couch. It's still early on in the year. You still got things to do. You still got goals to go after. You still got talents that you have not yet tapped into. Okay. So definitely like go after yours. Like be about it. Like do not go to sleep without thinking about what it is that you really want to attempt to go after. Like, and even if you fail at it, guys, you know if it's for you or not. You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna know if you're not trying new things? Try new things, you guys. Try new things. Try new foods. You know, I understand some people are on restrictive diets and stuff, but you know, you can still try new cuisines in the same dietary restrictions you got going on. Just try new things, you guys. It's don't sleep on life. You know, don't sleep on life. I'm so excited every day to be able to do something, to try something new, to see something new, to smell something new. You know, I don't know about you, but that stuff excites me. It's trying new things and learning that I'm able to do them and accomplish them and just feeling excited about them. I like those kind of excitements. And right now I'm lost at this. Where am I? Is my family still awake? Yeah, they're in my. I don't think we still have power. The power is still out. So my kids are in my room on their phones. My daughter is on her phone. Hubby is in there asleep. Everybody's awake, more or less. It is nighttime though. It is nighttime. It was a good day though. Was your day a good day? So today you are already in Sunday. Yoko, you're already on Sunday, right? That's so funny because when people say to me, "Oh, you're a day ahead," I'm like, "Yeah." And now I'm else who's ahead of me. But yeah, guys, it's really fun and amazing when you learn new things and you get to use your creative juices. So I implore you guys, like the next time we're in a live, like I need more interaction. I need you to tell me like what it is you guys are learning and what have you done this week that put a smile on your face. That's very important too, y'all. Like don't go through life with a mug smile. Like don't go through life miserable. Like find things that encourage you, that uplift you, that make you smile. You know. Oh, you guys, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. So you guys know. I don't know if you haven't. You guys go check out my garden. I have some videos on my garden and my farm side, but I harvested a passion fruit from the garden, the house garden side, and I was so excited. And then I went outside, and there was another one that fell down that was ready. So I was like, I'm very excited about that. And I brought them in the house because I didn't want no critters. I didn't want no critters, getting to them before I did. So I'm very excited that and we're actually making another order soon for a couple more trees. Um, which trees? I needed the star fruit. If you don't know what that is, definitely look it up. It's a yummy tree. Star fruit, and then I'm struggling with this stitch. This is just tight. Star fruit, and also I need a couple of star fruits. I need a couple of what's the next one? It was star fruit and something else, you guys, and also a plum. I have one plum, but we like to have more than one of everything here. So a plum. Here we go. A plum and it was something else. It was two star fruits and two something else's and a plum. And I can't remember what the other thing was. That's okay. Because you guys, I'll definitely take you guys with me when I go when I picked up my last one. I took you guys with me, so I'll definitely take you guys on this trip too when I get the next ones. You are Muslim, okay? Do you eat pork? I know some Muslims out here eat pork. Do you or are you just not that one? Do you not eat pork whatsoever? I'm gonna have to take this one out and loosen it. Yeah, we can't even sell pork. Wow. Okay. Yeah, some Muslims out here eat pork now. I'm not. Yeah, it was so crazy because they they were the Muslims out here were one of our main one of our main customers when we used to because we used to have pigs on our farm. So yeah, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough business for the because it's a lot of Muslims out here in Arusha, so it definitely was not enough clientele. So we definitely we stopped and we just did silly chickens. We did silly chickens. See, guys, hobbies teach you a lot. Teach you patience. It teach you about starting over. What kind of hobbies do you guys have? Like, I have a few hobbies. What kind of hobbies do you guys have, and what guys hobbies do you guys enjoy? I really enjoy reading as well, which I don't think is. I guess it's a hobby. I don't know. I think I definitely need to figure out. Maybe it's this one. I definitely need to figure out a more, yeah, better timing so I can get my reading in. But yeah, come on, Stitch. So yeah, you guys, it's getting later. Do you guys have any questions in regards to going after your goals, your dreams, your talents, friendships, connections, Tanzania? Ask me. I'll definitely answer. Um, that's what I was raised. That's what I was raised. Right now, I'm just I'm exploring, but that is what I was raised. I can hear the sounds of birds. You can hear the birds? Wow. We're out there, and you're where you're at, or over here? I hear a cricket. CB, did you hear birds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did hear birds? Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the birds. I guess it was birds. Yeah, there's a lot of. I don't know. I've done a couple of videos, you guys, where it's like the rain sounds. So I love the rain sounds, like especially to sleep in. Maybe one day I'll do some kind of like animal sounds, but there's tons of animals around here. Mm, okay. There's a lot of names for all the gods, as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot we don't know, you guys. This is not, I'm not gonna get into that on this channel or anything, but there's a lot we don't know. And right now, I'm just trying to discover more about me and, and see where that takes me and figuring out, that kind of stuff. And that's another thing too. That's one of the things, the best things about trying new things and trying new hobbies and trying and learning new things. Like you learn so much more about yourself. You learn so much more about your tenacity. You learn more about your gifts. You learn a lot about yourself. Guys, you're not gonna learn anything about yourself if you just sit on the couch all day watching other people, watching other movies, whatever the case may be. Like you need to do things where you're able to love up on yourself. And one way to love up on yourself, the best way to love up on yourself is to learn yourself. Learn the things that make you tick, learn the things that make you smile, learn the things that make you laugh. Like you have to be able to, want to do those things. And if you don't have any kids, the time is now. Like, yeah, I love my kids. I love my babies, 100%. But imagine, like, not having the children and being able to do more, with your time for yourself. And that goes for anybody. If you don't have any kids, look, you need to put more time into figuring out who you are as a person, what the things you like, and going after yours. Like, it is so important. Wait, what are you making? I tell you, I will be up. Okay, so the last couple lives, as I said before, this is something new. The last couple lives I was doing another. I was making another item, and if you have not hit the notification bell just yet, hit it, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see all the uploads, including my shorts. And I've learned that there's more to do after you finish a project. So my last project that I finished with you, that you guys seen me work on before, I'm gonna do the last finishing touches and I will upload it under my shorts. So you'll see what it was and you'll see what it is and all that stuff. And I'll do the same thing for this one. I'll do the same thing for this one. But this is gonna be a quick one though. So yeah, I could probably finish this one, like, by tomorrow. It just depends on how much time I have to work on it. But hit that notification bell, and you'll definitely see what it is when it's all done. Okay. You guys have any questions for me about Tanzania, about relocating, about loving on yourself, going after your goals, going after your dreams? How proud are you guys of your girl? How proud are you of me? Okay, because I told you guys I was gonna, once I got into a little momentum with coming on live, I was gonna do it, and I showed up. I showed up for myself. I showed up for you guys. So I'm very proud. And I don't know. At some point, I will figure out. You know what? I might actually, since the kids don't have school on Monday and Tuesday. Am I messing up? I don't think so. Yeah, since the kids don't have school Monday, Tuesday, maybe I'll do another live. Maybe Monday. Maybe I'll do a live Monday. We'll see. I'll put it in the community page. So yeah, you guys definitely hit that bell. Yeah, so if there's any more questions, you guys, if there's no more questions, I will be coming off shortly. What did you have for dinner? What did you guys have for dinner? Or if it's still daytime, like what was lunch? Wherever you guys are at. So for dinner we had baked macaroni, and because the baby, his birthday, and KFC, and then cake and ice cream. It was yummy. Abby and I didn't have our cake and ice cream yet though, but we will. Is that the dog? That sounds like our dog. So yeah, you guys, it's coming to a close. Um, I don't know what you guys have planned for this upcoming week. I know everybody has, jobs and a life and all that stuff, and make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. Make sure you guys are drinking your water. Make sure you guys are, thinking good things about yourselves. Good thoughts only, you guys. Good thoughts only. Thinking about yourself. Eat good, drink well. Do some kind of exercise. Go for a walk. Breathe in some fresh air. Um, yeah, learn something new. Figure out what you want to learn. What do you want to go after? Make sure you are in the spirit of gratitude always. You know, Sometimes life can be, throw some hard ones at us, but keep that spirit of gratitude, you guys, because there's always someone out there who is going through far worse than you are. Okay, and as you continue in the spirit of gratitude, believe me, like things are gonna, get way better for you as well. Um, but yeah, guys, don't forget to go after your goals, after your dreams. Don't just think about that 9 to 5, you guys. Don't let that be your all in all. Okay, don't go to work and go home, go to work and then go home, and don't let that just be it. Okay, find something you enjoy, go after it. Find something that inspires you that you want to accomplish, go after it. Learn something new about yourself. Learn something new about yourself, you guys. I'm gonna ask you guys that next week too. What have you learned about yourself that you did not know? Okay. Learn something about yourself. Okay. And I will be looking for answers on that one next time around. So, what did you learn about yourself that you did not know? So, definitely, you guys have a great day. If it's still daytime, have a great night if it's night. And I'll be talking to you guys real soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, you guys. We are going after our monetization. And for that to happen, we need our watch hours. So if you have watched from the beginning to the end, thank you so much. Make sure to share and make sure to continue to, you know, go binge watch, you guys. I need those hours. We need our channel need these hours. Okay. So go binge watch and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Be blessed, you guys. Have a good night.